now, the officials are ready, the fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Alright guys, well, let's get right into it. An attempt to further unify the welterweight titles ended in a very questionable stalemate. No winner came from the lineal WBA, WBC, IBO, and WBO 147-pound championship unification bout between Chicago's Jessica McCaskill and England's Sandy Ryan after 10 rounds. Judge Mark Streisand scored the bout 97-93, which drew a chorus of boos with his wide card in favor of McCaskill. Judge Mike Ross scored it 96-94 in favor of Ryan, and Barry Lindman scored it 95-95 and awarded 5 rounds apiece to McCaskill and Ryan to produce a split decision draw in their DAZN aired bout Saturday from Caribe Royale Orlando in Orlando, Florida. Ryan immediately put her significant height and reach advantages to good use. The Derby-based WBO titleist used her jab to set up long right hands and digging body shots. McCaskill, a former undisputed champ who was stripped of her WBO and IBF belts, struggled to work her way inside the opening round and was wide with most of her punches. Momentum remained with the English woman in round 2. Ryan continued to target the body and landed a 3-punch combination. Her attack also included a warning from the ref, Samuel Burgos, for pushing down the back of McCaskill's head. McCaskill tightened up her attack and landed a right hand later in the round. McCaskill took the lead in round 3 as blood trickled from Ryan's nose. A switch to southpaw saw Ryan land a right upstairs along with a series of looping lefts. McCaskill attempted to return fire but fell short with nearly every single punch. Ryan put her defensive skills to use in rounds 4 and 5. McCaskill tried to time her with singular chopping rights, most of which failed to hit the mark. Ryan dug her left hook to the body and added a right hand over the top behind it later in the round. McCaskill dodged a 1-2 and responded with a left hook, which Ryan slipped. McCaskill landed a left hook early in round 6. It was an isolated moment of success for the 2-division champ, whom Ryan peppered with jabs and right hands. McCaskill attempted and missed with a long right uppercut near the end of the frame. Ryan dodged a right hand and landed a right hand and a left hook to the body in the 7th. Right hands upstairs were her weapon of choice for the rest of the round, while McCaskill continued to throw one shot at a time and particularly miss. Ryan remained the more effective of the two in the 8th as McCaskill struggled to find her mark. Two-way action broke out in a fast-paced 9th round. McCaskill closed the gap and landed upstairs. Ryan rode it out and immediately responded with power shots of her own as the two exchanged in the light of the crowd. Ryan landed a right hand which McCaskill shook off and walked forward to land a right hand which she followed with a right and a left hook. Ryan went back to basics in the 10th and final round. McCaskill stood directly in front of her foe but was consistently beaten to the punch. Ryan landed textbook 1-2s and used subtle movement to immediately negate and counter opportunities. In the end, the titles remained exactly as where they were prior to the opening bell. McCaskill's now 12 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 5 by way of knockout, and credited with her 4th overall welterweight title defense. She is now 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw in title fights spanning 3 weight divisions, having previously unified 2 titles at junior welterweight before she dethroned long-reigning, undisputed welterweight queen Cecilia Brickhouse. Ryan is now 6 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, with an unfavorable draw, which most in attendance believes should have landed in her favor. The draw marked her first official title defense of the WBO welterweight title. She won in a 10-round decision over unbeaten Marie-Pierre Houli. Saturday marked the U.S. debut for the former amateur standout, one which undoubtedly left a bitter taste in her mouth. All right, guys, well, what kind of decision was that? Honestly, what kind of decision was that? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. We had it 8-2 in favor of Sandy. I believe the world had it 8-2, 7-3 max generously. I mean, and then a scorecard of 97-93 in favor of McCaskill. That's definitely not the fight that the world was watching. I mean, we had a packed house here while we were watching the fight, and everyone was so impressed at how skilled Sandy was. Her ring IQ was phenomenal. Her body shots, she was digging to the body. I mean, just overall style, performance, everything was crisp, sharp, and we were excited. We were excited for her because we know how hard she worked for this fight. And you know, honestly, it's devastating, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. This was her American debut, and we're from New York, and this is embarrassing that the judging went this route. But at the after the fight and the interviews, I believe that, you know, they did a handshake agreement that it should be ran back and a rematch, because this is definitely unfinished business. We even composed a tweet in the beginning of the 10th round congratulating Sandy for the win, and then the decision. I know Cindy Ryan's probably heartbroken right now, and yeah, guys, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. What did you think about the fight? How did you have it scored? And who did you have winning that fight? You can find us on Instagram at SportBox TV Official and Twitter at SportBox TV. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also share the vid, guys. We appreciate all the love and support. Take care.